My whole car is shaking right now.
In the early afternoon of Monday, the skies above southeast Queensland darkened precipitously as a powerful storm cell rolled in, centered on the greater Brisbane region and stretching from the Gold Coast hinterland to the Sunshine Coast. Weather warnings had been issued ahead of time, but even seasoned residents were unprepared for the ferocity of what followed. What began as heavy clouds and a humid air mass suddenly became a scene of giant hailstones, violent winds, and torrential rain, as nature unleashed its full force. Within minutes, the tempest produced hailstones far beyond ordinary size. Reports from suburbs such as Ferny Hills, Alexandra Hills, Gumdale, and Logan indicated hail up to 10 to 12 centimeters in diameter, in many cases the size of a softball or larger. One resident described hearing what sounded like explosions on the roof as hail battered metal, glass, and tiles.
She's coming down.
Cars parked outside bore the scars of the assault, with smashed windshields, dented roofs, and shattered sunroofs. Roof tiles were ripped up, gutters collapsed under the weight of ice, and solar panels were shattered. Wind gusts accompanied the storm, reaching speeds above 100 kilometers per hour at key sites, including the Brisbane airport. Trees were uprooted, power lines snapped, and debris was hurled across streets.
I already reckon they're massive down there.
The mixture of wind, rain, and ice created a chain reaction of damage, with roads blocked by fallen trees and power lines hanging dangerously low. In several areas, the power outage began while the storm was still active, plunging neighborhoods into sudden darkness in the middle of the afternoon. Power authorities confirmed that more than 120,000 households were left without electricity, and in some districts the number exceeded 140,000. Emergency services were overwhelmed by call-outs with tree removal, roof repairs, and securing unstable structures taking priority. One dramatic case involved an entire roof being torn away from a home in Logan Lee, forcing the family to evacuate through a neighboring property. On Bribby Island and parts of the Moreton Bay region, the destruction was severe, with widespread tree fall, blocked roads, and tens of thousands of properties without power.
Grabe buak ka sakyanan. Uy. Tulog yun ka buok na igo. Oh my God. Can't believe it. Uy.
Schools, businesses, and transport systems were thrown into chaos. Afternoon pickup time coincided with the storm peak, leaving parents and children stranded in heavy traffic with signal outages and flooded streets. Some schools were forced to keep students inside until the danger passed.
That might go through our roof.
Hail, falling at high speed, combined with powerful wind gusts, created exceptionally hazardous conditions for anyone outdoors or driving. Meteorologists describe the event as a very dangerous supercell storm. A surface trough combined with hot, humid air created perfect instability for large hail, destructive winds, and intense rainfall.
Oh, wow! Holy soul! Oh, God! What? Oh, my God, look at this! Look at this!
Storm chasers noted that the storm cells had nuclear characteristics capable of producing giant hail and sudden wind gusts beyond 150 kilometers per hour in extreme cases. The forecast had warned of large to giant hail and flash flood risks, yet the sheer size of some hailstones surprised even the experts.
How about them one? Woo-hoo!
Hey folks, just walked outside my work here near Maruka and just look at this. It is so green with hail. Frequent lightning, heavy rainfall and hail are all concerns with this. Look at that. Stay safe everyone.
The storm moved quickly and aggressively, giving little warning before conditions deteriorated. Rain turned from steady to torrential in moments. Visibility dropped sharply, and floodwater began pooling in low-lying areas. Some roads turned into fast-flowing streams, and blocked drainage caused rapid overflow. Urban areas with older roofs, fragile structures, or dense tree lines were especially vulnerable. Car dealerships, schools, and industrial zones reported significant damage.
This is really scary, guys. It's only 3 p.m. and oh my goodness, and it's completely dark with thundering.
In the aftermath, residents and authorities moved into cleanup mode. Emergency crews handled hundreds of incidents, power companies assessed damaged infrastructure, and insurance providers began receiving large numbers of claims. Early estimates indicated a rapidly rising number of affected homes and vehicles. Meanwhile, meteorologists warned that the broader weather pattern remained unstable, with hot, humid air persisting and further thunderstorms likely. Heatwave conditions in parts of Queensland added pressure to the recovery effort. For people who lived through it, the experience was shocking and memorable.
Uli kay ito akong card naman ni pwede ma-drivean. Kaya drivean ni siya ma-shatter naman gyud maayo kay ang pressure sa hangin.
Real life.
One homeowner in Cornubia said the hail felt like frozen missiles crashing down, while another in Loganholme noted that the storm arrived without rain at first, only a sudden barrage of giant ice. Community pages filled with images of enormous hailstones, damaged roofs, and destroyed cars as neighbors checked on each other and began clearing debris. The coming days will involve continued monitoring as storm cells shift north and conditions remain volatile. Residents in the Sunshine Coast, Moreton Bay, and inland regions have been urged to stay alert for renewed activity. With damaged roofs, fallen trees, and unstable structures still present, authorities warn of ongoing risks. Insurance assessments will take time, and many families face immediate disruption with compromised homes, unusable vehicles, and prolonged power outages. hailstorm that struck Brisbane and southeast Queensland stands as a stark reminder of how quickly severe weather can escalate. From towering clouds to giant hailstones tearing across suburbs, from uprooted trees to smashed vehicles, the event left a deep impact on thousands of households. Recovery will take time as communities rebuild, restore power, and assess the full extent of the damage.